What up, what up? Figure I'd do something a little different. Got this little stand. I might flip the camera in a minute, but for now we're gonna ride like this. Topic is men are the reason why women are the way they are. See, this is why I don't hate women for the way they are. I don't get mad. I might expose it. I might voice myself in a loud manner sometimes, but I'm not mad at all. I'm happy in life, you know what I mean? For the most part, everybody has their days where they down, or sometimes even a week where they're down, you know, but I'm not mad in life. I'm doing great in life. And I'm gonna try to keep that, you know what I'm saying? Once you understand one of the biggest ways for a man to fall is a female, then you pretty much got life figured out 50%. What I mean by that is, if you can not fall victim to the so-called female, I ain't gonna say woman, the female, then you pretty much got the game beat 50% when it comes to this life. Because that's the biggest stumbling block for men. It's also the biggest stumbling block for females, other than their emotions. But for the most part, it's a man. And I'm here to talk to y'all today about why it's really the man's fault. It's not the woman's fault. There's no way that I can get mad at women for this, because men say they are the leaders. So if you're the leader, then I gotta go to you first. Like Pac said about Biggie, you the king of New York, so I'm coming to you. How you don't know who shot me? You the big dog. Well, guess what? Men say they the big dogs, they say they the leaders, so I gotta come at y'all, including myself, because I'm a man, right? Everything women do, really females, I hate to say, I'm just gonna say woman or female, whatever. We know that there's a difference. A woman's a woman and females are females. We get it. Whatever these women do, it's usually a direct result. When they're dealing with a man, let me say that. When a woman's dealing with a man, whatever she does is a direct result of other men. Number one, if you pick the woman that really think you're him, you're not going to have any problems. I'll say that again because some people don't get it. If you pick a woman who thinks you're him and not them, you're not going to have any problems. If you pick a woman that thinks you're them, you're going to have a lot of problems. And some of y'all are in relationships right now with women who think you are them, not him. That's why you don't get sex. That's why you get cheated on. That's why she got a loud mouth, whatever, etc. We're not going through all that. You get the point. Everybody's been in a relationship. Anytime a woman say, I need a man that makes $1 million and she don't make $1 million, there's a serious problem there. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? It's happening because there's men out there that's allowing that to happen. How do men allow this to happen? They don't have standards. They don't have standards. Just like at work, I could just break it down to at work. If a decent woman comes into my job, like transportation or some shit, I guarantee you, not a if, I guarantee you, there's going to be guys, oh, you need this, I got you, this or that. And this woman ain't done nothing. I'm not saying that women don't deserve the world, because they do if they think you are their world. That's the only way. That's the only way a woman deserves the world from a man, right? This is going to be a long one, y'all, so pay attention. But you got to remember, you got some women out here who don't think the world of no man. Say it again. Some women out here don't think the world of no man. So I'm not going to say that that woman doesn't deserve the world, but she doesn't deserve the world from a man. She can create her own shit. She can create her own greatness. Why do I look like a midget? That's crazy. It's because of my new shit, y'all. I got it up on the thing, man. It kind of got me look like a midget a little bit, but hey, we know I'm not a midget for sure. I'm grateful with my height. Sometimes I be bumping my head on shit, so. But back to what I'm saying. If a woman, some women out here don't think the world of no man. She don't think nobody's him. She thinks all of y'all are them. So that woman does not deserve the world from any man. The only women that deserve the world from a man is a woman who thinks the world of that man. But the problem is this. It's not the woman. See, you could get mad at the woman. That's just like somebody saying, hey, pay me this much money and I'll do the job, right? You can't get mad at the woman. You can only get mad at men, like I said just a minute ago. If a woman comes to my job in transportation or something, all them drivers and helpers and shit, let me turn that off for a second. Because of stupid ass patrol, I don't know how they react. All the drivers and helpers and shit, oh, I got you this, I'll get you this and that. This woman ain't done nothing for these people. Now, I'm not saying that the woman doesn't deserve to be treated great, right? By herself or by a man that she thinks that is the shit. But not by some guy, oh, I'm just going to use him for attention, I'm going to use him for this, I'm going to use him for that. If she could pull it off, more power to her. But why is she able to pull it off? Why is she able to pull it off? Nobody's putting a gun to no man's head and saying, yeah, you got to treat this woman like this and that, and she don't even do nothing for you. The problem is you men have no standards, and you have no standards for females because, for one, you're scared like a bitch when it comes to women. You scared. Oh shit, if I don't do that, I don't get no pussy. Fuck it, like Pac said. Niggas need to go back to penitentiary days and start jacking off, or we all gonna die. Was Pac saying that on some weird shit? Was Pac on some weird shit saying niggas need to jack off? No, he's not on some weird shit. What he's telling y'all is, hey, either take the bullet to the fucking head or do what you gotta do until you find the right woman. Because that's what it all stems down to. All this shit stems down to men thinking with their fucking private part. If men thought with their head, there's no fucking way that a man would be out here tricking on women that ain't doing shit for them. That's the key. Because I know a lot of females who run game and say that they run this game, and they'll say that you're saying that a man ain't supposed to treat a woman, blah, blah, blah. No. We know that a man is supposed to treat a woman, but not a woman that don't think highly of that man. And that's where the signals are crossed. I have never in my life said a woman who thinks highly of a man don't deserve the treatment that that man gives that woman. Never. It's only the ones that like, you dumb, bro. This girl ain't doing nothing for you at all, and you treat her like she's something better than you, basically. And that's why she won't respect you. Y'all want baddies, I want baddies, I want women to respect me. Well, you gotta be a fucking man. And say, no, I'm not doing that. You don't want to text me, I'm not texting you. You don't like me, I'm not gonna like you. You don't pour into me, I'm not going to pour into you. This is not rocket science. But why won't men do this? Because they're scared like bitches when it comes to females. Oh, if I don't do that, I'm not gonna bust a nut. Motherfucker, don't you realize if you don't bust a nut, you're gonna be fucking Superman out this bitch. You're gonna have much more sharp thinking. You're gonna have more testosterone. You go to the gym, your muscles gonna be pumping out more, all kind of shit. So it really benefits you. You got to stop fucking with women that you don't like just for a fucking nut. You gotta stop doing that. You don't gotta do anything, but I'm telling you, look at the men who don't do it versus the men who do. Look at the men who have sex discipline versus the men who don't. And it's no different. It's not like it's easy for this guy and harder for that guy. No, it's hard for all men. But when you really weigh out the pros and the cons, it's easy. To me, if I'm not attracted to the woman, why fuck the woman? Why? If there's no type of attraction at all, like no desire. Because a woman don't have to be super attractive for me to fuck. But there has to be some type of desire there. Like she's a nice person. I kind of like her body figure. Something. Not just, oh, I'm just going to see how many women I can fuck. Because my little ass ego needs a power boost as a man. And I feel like a man if I fuck a whole bunch of women. Now I understand why a lot of females say something's wrong with a man if he got to sleep with a bunch of women. I don't completely agree because not all men who sleep with a bunch of women are sleeping with just anybody. Some men are actually sleeping with women they actually desire. A bunch of women they desire. Shout out to them. I can't even hate on you for that. If you sleeping with women you desire, hey, you the man, I guess. But if you just doing it just to bust nuts and shit, dog, I'm telling you, man, this shit is stupid. If anything, you might as well save your resources and shit and your worth for women you do desire. Imagine this. I'm going to give all my worth and trick on women that I don't really want. You know what I mean? And they don't want me. So I'm going to trick on them and all this and give away my worth and hurt the chances of me actually getting women I actually want. Hurt the chances of you actually getting a woman that you, or women that you really want. Because some men like women, some men like a woman. Either or. So either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Women will not have to comply because y'all don't make them comply. Women look at you as just another man and her phone because y'all made it this way. Or let me say men, because a lot of men watching probably like, shit, I don't even get women like that. What the fuck you talking about? So I ain't gonna say y'all. But men made it this way. And I'm gonna throw myself in there just cause. Even though I know better not to do this shit, I don't want it to seem like I'm just talking about men. You know, trying to get some cool points for some pussy or some shit. You know how motherfuckers do on these internets, man. They just attack men and act like women are innocent. And I'm not trying to attack men. I'm trying to attack the problem and let men know the reason why you're struggling with females. It ain't because you're not handsome to women. And if you on your shit, you got your money, you grooming, you got all that shit going on. That's not the problem. The problem is you got these other men who don't want to. They don't want to put in the work that it takes to be yourself to get some pussy. So they start buying pussy and all this other shit. And women have been programmed these days to get the bag, get the bag. It's not about love, it's about the bag. So the woman's going to go to the motherfuckers who are giving out the bag. And think about this. A lot of those dudes, since they don't know they worth anyway, they probably eating ass and all kind of shit. The only way I would ever eat some fucking ass, dog, is if it's my girl and she's in the shower, cleaned in the motherfucker. That's the only way I would even think about some shit like that. These motherfuckers is doing all kind of shit, though. You can't compete with that. Think about it. As a man, how the fuck you gonna compete with a motherfucker eating ass and shit and giving her money? This girl getting paid to fucking get sex that she likes. Getting paid, imagine that. Imagine you getting paid to get sex you like as a man. You not passing that shit up, bro, for some love. Come on, because this guy's a nice guy, I'm going to pick him over this trick that eats my ass. Come on, bro. They not going to do it, bro. They not going to do it. But hey, this is the good thing, man. Everybody want to, hey, Hilly, $500,000 man, this and that. You know how you become a $500,000 man, bro? You don't trick. It is what it is. Fuck it. I just have to not have pussy like that. Because I'm not fucking people I don't want, right? And I'm not being no female's bitch. or trick. I'm not doing it. Why would I? When I had the experience of understanding what a woman really acts like and what it really feels like when a woman really wants you, why the fuck would I pay for that when I didn't have to pay for it then? It don't make sense, bro. But you can't compete with these tricks, man. They eating ass and shit and paying these women to do it. You can't compete with that, bro. You might as well just gracefully bow the fuck out like Pac said and go back to the penitentiary days. I'm telling y'all, I know it sounds fucked up and I'm not on some weird shit, but this is probably the best option you got because that nut clarity will make your vision completely great. Yeah, I ain't tricking. Motherfucker might not even be a trick on a drought. You know what I'm saying? And fuck it, I'm a trick, man. I gotta bust a nut. And then when he busts that nut, he gonna feel like a robbed little bitch. You gonna feel like a robbed little bitch, man. Come on, man. You know what I don't like about some of these drivers out here, man? They see that you're in a bad situation and you're trying to get over. You give them plenty of time with your blinker, they'll speed up and go. That's crazy, man. And you motherfuckers wonder why there's so many accidents out here, man. Like, you couldn't just let off your gas for a second, let the person over. It don't make sense. And then you get behind people that you ain't even going nowhere. But luckily, if it was a driver that wasn't like me, defensive, your ass probably would have been in an accident because he would have pulled over on you. Stupid motherfuckers, bro. But yeah, the women, they run the game now, but they won't. They not gonna win. They not gonna win. They think they gonna win, but they not. All this bad bitch shit and all that shit is corny, man. Trust me. In the end, they not gonna win because it's devil. It's the devil. It's not God. It's not God, bro. They getting blessed from the devil by using men and conniving and running game on men and all that. That's not God telling them to do that. They using what God gave them. They abusing what God gave them, basically. Oh, I got this vagina and I look good, so I'm going to be a devil with it. That's exactly what the fuck they doing. That would be no different than me. I got all this money, so I know she needs some money. I'm going to make her suck my dick. This is what a lot of dudes do at work and shit. All over the world. Try to find some woman that's in a tight spot and, oh, there's a victim. Let me start tricking. Let me get my bag out real quick so I can fuck, because that's the only way I can fuck the girl. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. It really is. It's sad. I don't see how a man can feel like a man after you have to pay for a woman to let you fuck. The only way I'm paying for a woman to let me fuck, it better be 2 or 3, or it better be 2 or more. Some of y'all might say, I ain't paying for 2. Well, I ain't never had a threesome. So I would probably pay for that, but they would be 2 women that I like. It ain't gonna be just no 2 women. It's gonna be 2 women that I like. I'd pay for that. I would, and even that's stupid, to be honest, because you could probably do it for free, for real. But if I was to pay for it, this is what I'm saying. If I was, and I know another thing y'all gonna say, but you pay for it regardless, because when you take women out and this and that, you still pay. Even the man in the relationship, he's still paying. Yeah, but if he's paying for a woman that actually fucks with him, that's different than just giving money to women that are dealing with 5, 6 other men. If I'm him, then yes, I can pay for that woman. I mean, I'm not even paying for the woman. I'm just taking care of the woman. If you're them, you're paying for the woman. That's the difference. If I'm him, I'm providing and taking care of the woman, because I'm him to her. I'm God to her. I'm her king. But if I'm them to her, you're paying. Big difference. And this is what y'all don't get. All because of what? A nut. A nut. I could just go like Pac said, just get my nut off by myself for free. What the fuck I gotta do all that for? At least I don't feel like a robbed little bitch. Had to pay a girl to bust a nut. Fuck that shit. Feel like you raped the girl and you feel robbed and you feel like a bitch? That's 3 things all in one. I can't do it. I can't do it. But men, hey, that's on you. But to me, if I gotta pay for some pussy, I feel like a bitch, I feel like I raped the girl, and I feel robbed. Just by opinion. Because it is borderline rape. If you got to pay somebody to sleep with you, they don't really want to. Who wants that? Who wants that shit? I don't. I want a woman to desire me. Or I don't want it at all. That goes for attention. That ain't just sex, that goes for attention too. If you don't desire me, I don't want your attention. You can't have mine. So if I'm not gonna give you my attention, then you know you're not getting my money. But here's a kicker. I don't even want you to have my sex either. See, that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. If men said, look, because what men will do is say, sorry, y'all, I got you. I had to. Just getting over this cold, man. I gotta get that shit out. I gotta make sure that shit gone. But the problem is, if men said, or no, the problem is men be like, man, I don't really fuck with that bitch, but I'll still fuck her. You gotta stop doing that. But men ain't going to. So again, it goes back to the men. If men say I don't like her, or she's not attracted to me, like I don't like her, I'm mad at the girl, or if she's not attracted to me, I ain't fucking her. Fuck that. She don't deserve my sex. Like women do, we wouldn't have this problem. But that's not what men do. Instead, men try to fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that. And as a man, you really can't compete. The only way you can win in this game as a man, dog, and I'm going to tell you this, and listen closely because you will win. The only way you're going to win as a man, because you can't stop these dudes from fucking everybody and tricking on everybody and all this other shit, right? The only way you can win as a man is you have to level up to another level that most men don't have the ability. You can say ability. They don't have the ability to get to and reach. So when you're on a bottom surface level as a man, everybody's there. It don't take much. All you need is a car, a haircut, and a couple other things. Anybody can do that, right? Any man can do that. Car, haircut, say a little few, have a little charisma. Any guy got that. You know what I'm saying? That's bottom level. So when you're on that bottom level of the shit that any man got, guess what? You get the women that any man can get. Follow me on this shit. I got a long ride, so this might be a long video, dog. This might be one of the longest videos I've ever made. Y'all gonna have to stop this shit, come back to this shit, go back again. I don't give a fuck what y'all do, but y'all need to get this. Y'all need to get this. On the bottom surface level, as a man, you're on the level of women that any man can get. But as you get higher and put in work that most men aren't willing to do, and they're not going to do it, and I do mean most, when you start to get in that 20% range, that 10% range of only these guys got this and that, now you still have competition, but you only get women that only certain men have access to. That's the only, and it's only the 20%. It's not the 100%. See, a lot of us, well, I don't know where I'm at, but a lot of men in general are in that 100% range, where 100% of damn near any man can get these type of women. You don't want to be operating in that. You got to get up. You got to build yourself up to that 20% where only 20% men can pull this type of woman. And truth be told, if you pick the right woman to see you as him, only 1% can get that woman. I'm glad I thought about that, because that needs to be cleared up. That needs to be specified. If you are really him and not them, only 1% man can get that girl. And guess who that 1% is? You. Believe it or not, if a woman is really happy with a man, she's not thinking about no other guy, right? But some women cannot be happy with a man because either they're not happy with themselves or they good girls turn bad, aka good girl turn into a male player in a female body. Say that shit again, because I don't think y'all get it. They're not happy with themselves, or they're good girls going bad, good girls who have turned into male players in female bodies. It's not about love with these women, dog. A lot of y'all think that sis is a woman is different. Oh, it's different because she's a woman. No, man. You have to look at a woman just like you look at a man. A brain is a brain. Thoughts are thoughts. Character is character. Choices are choices. Doesn't matter if she's a female or not. She can still move just like a man. A lot of y'all think, oh, nah, man, when a woman cheats, it's different. Are you sure about that? Maybe in certain cases, yeah. But not always. Y'all make it seem like if a man cheats, he didn't cheat because of emotions or something. What makes you think so sure that that's not the case? And it's only the case for the woman. Or what makes you think a woman didn't just want to just fuck somebody that she was physically desired to, she physically desired and still want to be with her man and shit? Y'all make it seem like every woman that cheats does not want to be with her man, and I'm telling you, I've seen it firsthand. That's not the truth. I've seen firsthand where a woman, either she cheated or went off during a little break or something and deal with you and go back to that dude. So y'all see it. Y'all say it all the time. She's on a break with her boyfriend, she gonna go back. So that don't even make sense. That y'all say that a woman gotta be done with a man and sleep with another guy and this and that. I do agree to a certain extent that a woman might have to desire you to sleep with you, opposed to a man. Man don't gotta really desire a woman at all, but he should. That's the key. A man should desire a woman or not fuck with her. I don't understand why are you fucking a woman that you don't want. For what? Just to say you got a body on your fucking resume? Now you got spirits and energy and shit in you that you don't even know. It's not worth it. If I'm gonna take on energy and spirits, it's gonna be a woman that I desire or like or something. It ain't gonna be just, I'm just gonna do this for a nut. If it's just about a nut, I can do that my damn self. It don't make sense. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. What's gonna be so different about having sex with her than it was with some other women that I had sex with? What's the difference? It can't be that much of a difference. So that's why I don't get why everybody all on this kick of, I gotta sleep with this and this and this and this and this. It's damn near the same shit. Especially if you're wearing a rubber. It all feels the same damn near. Not completely, but I say there's like 3 different kinds. Like, okay, bad, okay, and good. Y'all make it seem like there's billions of different pussies out here, and come on, man. It's not true, man. Not in my opinion. Especially not when you're wearing a rubber. Feel all the same damn near. But, man, we can only blame ourselves as men. And once you understand this game, you'll just fall back and do your thing and get money and shit. Hey, if God wants, you have this mentality of, hey, God, you know I'm a good dude, you know my intentions. If you want to send somebody my way, you will. You don't go out looking and all this competing and all, you don't do none of that. You go get money. See, that's the problem with a lot of men now. All this chasing a bunch of women that don't want you. You know, because guess what? You got to chase something that don't really want you. You got to compete for something that don't really want you. So all that, and all that's costing you a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of energy, a whole bunch of loss of focus, a whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. Then you look at the guy that just chose to fall the fuck back and be John Elway or some shit and studied in college. Now you hating on him because he can get any woman he wants. You should have chose the right path as a man. You know what the right path is. The stumbling block is the female. If you ain't got a solid female, what are you worried about women for? Say that shit again. If you don't have a solid female right now, currently, what are you worried about women for? And if you do have a solid female right now, currently, what are you worried about women for? Because you shouldn't even be worried about women if you got one. And that's another problem. Motherfuckers have a solid woman, right? At home and shit, and you still out here trying to fuck this and this and this and this. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. How you got a solid woman at home or a solid woman that wants you and you still trying to fuck these other women? Why? Why? This is why a lot of women are playing the game they're playing, because they see men do it. But my advice to you, men who are not playing games with women, when you see the women play games, just leave them alone. Don't suffer for the shit that these other men have caused. Let these men deal with these women. These men made these women bad, let them fall by the sword. You just gotta bow the fuck out and get away. You just gotta get away from them. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to, none of that. Don't comply. Don't be willing to deal with their mess. Women treating you bad, treating you like shit, lying and playing games, texting and all that because some other guy done that to her. Nah, bow out. Are you on games? Bye. Because I'm not on games. Bye. Oh, you want to argue and bicker? Bye. Oh, you want $500? Bye. Why suffer for the shit these other men have done? That's why these women are the way they are. And even if, let's just say this, let's just say she doesn't think you're him, and she thinks you're them. Why suffer? Why suffer? That's that man's job. He's him to you. Let him do that shit. Why are y'all out here doing the him job and she don't think you're him? Make it make sense. They're not going to respect you, bro. And if they don't respect you, you got nothing. If a woman does not respect you, you got nothing. I don't care if she give you head or something. At the end of the day, she's still going to plot on you and cross you. You have nothing if that woman don't respect you first. Respect is the number one thing. Because even if she do you wrong, she'll have enough respect to walk away or some shit like that. She ain't gonna do you dirty like that, have you shot up and killed or some shit. But a woman who don't respect you will. It's not cool, bro. Y'all really got to wake the fuck up when it comes to these females, man. You're not changing them. Either she fuck with you or she's not. Either she's that type of woman or she's not that type of woman. Most of them are like men. All you gotta do is look how you're everybody got male players. Everybody knows some male players in their little circles or whatever, or in life, some type of time in your life. Now, what you need to do is stop looking at it as, oh, she's a woman. No, you need to look at it when you start to get suspicious of something. Just imagine her being a male player in a female body. And if shit starts lining up, go. Run. Fast. Don't even deal with it. I mean, you can, but I'm telling you, it's not going to end good for you. When you got that what you get me and they can't say happy birthday to you, or they can't do nothing for you, but what you get me for, nah. You know what time it is. Why play that game? She's not better than you. She's not better than you. That's the problem. Y'all think that they're better than you. And you probably think that because you're not on your shit as a man. If you was, you know that she's not better than you. It's not really about if she's better than you, but the problem is you're thinking that she's better than you. It's not about I'm better than her, she's better than me. That's not what it's about. What it is about is if she thinks that she's better. And she thinks that she's better because all she gotta do is go on her phone and all these men are trying to fuck. But see, if men had standards and say, I require a woman to do this, I require a woman to do this, or have this and that, she gotta be a decent woman on her shit, basically. If men require women to be on their shit, basically, for them to even fuck with her, speak to her, or whatever, then we'd have a lot more great women. But guess what? No man requires that, right? So therefore, you're going to get women who are going to look at men like nothing. I say it all the time. And it doesn't matter. You could be the best dude in the city. That don't mean nothing. The women are still gonna look at you as nothing because there's other men that she can get so easily to wanna fuck. Because that's what it all boils down to. These women are not getting men in their phone or in their face because they're great women. Some, yes, but we talking about the majority. The majority of females, that's not why they got men in their face. It's because men want to fuck. There's no way and there's no excuse for there to be 6 to 1 women to 1 man, 6 women to 1 man, and she has way more options than you. On top of the fact that your SMB is up here compared to hers, it's way down here. But and there's 6 to 1 ratio, but she has more options than you? How? Because men they don't have no standards. They just don't. And I suggest you other men watch it. Look, man, I'd rather be on a yacht lonely than a motherfucker than to be fucking on child support broke than a motherfucker with no woman. If I had to choose, if you said, look, you gonna have a yacht and all this other shit, but you ain't gonna have no woman, or you could get women now, but it's gonna cost you, and you're gonna be broken on child support later with no women because they ain't gonna fuck with you no more. Which one you think I'm gonna take? Because I like my chances with the yacht and getting the women. You know what I mean? That's just that sounds like a better chance of me getting women, and better women at that, than the shit that you doing. That tricking and all that dumbass shit, giving up in life. That's exactly what it is. A man has basically bowed the fuck out in life. Not the bowing out of the game, like I can't win this female game, so I'm gonna bow out and only deal with women who fuck with me. Not that bowing out. I mean bowing out of life, like here's my money, like a little bitch. Cause I don't think I can fuck you with just being me, so here's my money. Fuck that shit, man. Once you get that nut clarity, again, you're gonna feel like a little ass robbed bitch. Period. That's why I don't do it. I'm just not gonna do it anyway, because I don't have to. Because I know there's women that like me, that's not gonna require me to pay for them. Just like there's women who like you. Don't believe that bullshit that if you think you ain't paying for no bugs in 2026, you're delusional. Nah, you're delusional. Because every woman's not for sale, because a lot of women understand that their worth is more than money. So therefore, they're not going to sell their worth for money. I got to say it again, because motherfuckers don't get it. A lot of women understand that their worth is worth more than money. Therefore, they don't trade it for money. A woman who really understands her worth is not about to trade her worth off for no money. She's just not. Letting dudes run through you, put kids in you, giving you STDs and all that. How is that worth money? I'm just wondering. Now you're stuck, struggling, right? And you can't get back in life now. You traded your worth for what? Because of some trick had $300? Man, you was better off just go to work. You was better off going to fucking McDonald's working 50 hours to get that 300 in and deal with some dude put spears in you, STDs in you, possibly kids in you, trauma in you. Come on, man. And costing you, man, a solid ass dude come away in life, but nah, you done fucked my dude. I can't do it. I liked you too. I would have fucked with you. Now she can't even get those guys. This is what happens when they trade that worth for nothing. Real women get it. They not putting a price tag on their worth because they know their worth is worth more than money. Same thing with men. I know what I can give a woman is worth more than this little $300 that this trick gave you. So why the fuck would I do it as a man when I know I can give this girl the whole entire world and change her whole entire life? Why the fuck would I, here's 300. Nah, I'm gonna wait and see a woman that sees me for me and then give her the world. I'm not gonna give this woman the $300 because if she willing to accept that $300 from me, that means she's willing to accept it from other men too. She's putting a price tag on her fucking worth. Real women don't do that. I'm telling y'all, man, dog. If you can buy the pussy, it's not worth it. It's not, bro. It's just not. I'm being honest with y'all. I'm being 100% honest with y'all, man. %100 honest. Y'all gotta realize that you can get women. Stop letting these women make y'all feel or believe that you gotta buy them and she's better than you and she's this and she's that. No, she's not, man. If you own your shit as a man, no the fuck she's not. My advice to all men is level up and get on a level that most men are not willing to put in work to get to. Therefore, they won't have access to the women that you'll have access to. If not, then stay down here on the bottom with the 100%, which means 100% of men could possibly get the women that you're dealing with. I like my chances of getting up higher in the ranks of where most men are not at. That way, you know, if you try to get a woman and shit, not many men have access to these type of chicks. How many men you think have access to somebody like Beyonce, dog? It might not be Jay-Z, might not be the only one, but then again, maybe she see him as him. If a woman see you as him, only 1% has access to that chick. And that's you. That's what you really want. But since some men, they like to deal with women, not women. So if you like to deal with women, my advice to you is getting that 20% of man, self-improve as a man. That way, most men don't even have access to these chicks. You gotta be a certain type of nigga to get these type of chicks. You can't just be no, I got a car and a haircut, so she let me fuck. Nah, it don't. Or I got $300, I'm a trick. Nah, that don't work. See what I'm saying? They gotta come with a different type of game to get the type of chick you get, because you built yourself up to be a different type of motherfucker. That's the only way you beat the game. There is no other way. Y'all think a lot of these simps are winning, bro? Once they get that nut clarity, they feel like a robbed little bitch. I had to pay this woman to let me fuck. Imagine that. Imagine how you would feel as a man. I had to pay her to let me fuck her. Fuck that. I only want to fuck the bitch if I gotta pay. I don't want the pussy if I gotta pay. Because I'm not gonna be satisfied with that. I'm satisfied with the bitch desires me and let me fuck. That's what type of satisfaction I'm satisfied with. Now I had to pay her my money. Fuck that shit, man. And I'm being 100% honest, because I know a lot of motherfuckers will say, yeah, that's cat, man. Everybody pay for pussy. No, you don't gotta pay for pussy. Only fuck with women who fuck with you. And if you don't see it in your vicinity at the time, you in a drought, then just self-improve. Because eventually you're gonna be on a level that most men are not on, and then you have access to most women most men cannot get. But y'all giving away y'all work down here to the 100% women that men got 100% access to. And you're never gonna be able to get up here to these type of chicks because you constantly tricking and shit. Every time you got all this money, motherfucker made all this money and then tricked it all off last year. Come on, man. Don't do this shit, bro. There's a difference between tricking and treating. You treat a woman that, if you know that woman know you him, because you gonna know, because she gonna be trying to buy you shit and shit. You gonna know, unless she on some game. You got some women on some game, they'll buy you shit, the plot to try to get you to buy them shit. But you'll know in your heart if she on some bullshit or not. If you start thinking with your fucking head instead of your fucking private, you gonna know. But I'm not saying don't treat that. If you know that woman fuck with you, yeah, treat her. But that's not what's going on out here, man. You see a lot of men just trying to fuck a woman, so they taking this route of, I got a trick and all this and give her attention. If she not giving me attention, I'm not giving it back. I might try to give her attention one time. If she don't reciprocate back, that's it. Ain't no, oh, I gotta fuck you, so I'm gonna keep giving you this attention. Nah, because you're not better than me. You don't think I'm good enough? Okay, bye. Because I know my worth. it goes back to when I said that women do not trade their worth when they know their worth. They don't trade their worth for money. So I'm not going to trade my worth for money. What do I mean by that? I'm going to pay the woman to fuck. That's trading my worth. I know my worth is worth enough to make a woman want to fuck me just because who I am. I've got to pay. I don't have to pay. It don't make sense, bro. But this is the type of shit you up against as a man, and you got to understand it. This is why Pac was telling y'all, go back to the penitentiary day. We talking about Tupac, dog. A motherfucker that's pulling hoes, so you can't say he wasn't pulling no hoes. That's a lie. He said, motherfuckers better start going back to penitentiary days and start jacking off. If not, we all gonna die. He was not on some weird shit. And when he say die, he's not just talking about physically. Inside, a motherfucker dead on child support and gotta pay women to fuck him every night and shit. That's a dead motherfucker, if you ask me. He wasn't on some weird shit. He just understands that men are doing all this shit because they don't have that nut clarity. Once they get that nut clarity, shit, I'm going to bed. Fuck that shit. I ain't paying that bitch. I ain't paying that bitch to come over, $300 and all that shit. You're not going to do all that dumb shit. A lot of that dumb ass shit stems off of motherfuckers just thirsty and want to bust a nut and shit. That's what it all boiled down to. Ain't no way motherfuckers in the red $3,000 and ain't fucked yet. You done gave this girl $3,000, accumulated about $3,000 of tricking, and this girl ain't even let you crack, and the other dude he ain't pay her nothing. And he's smashing this shit. Ain't no fucking way, dog. Ain't no way. That's another big ass lie. There's men out here cracking these women for free. So why the fuck can't you be one of them? Oh, your ego. Your ego won't allow it. Your ego won't allow the fact that some women don't like you. Well, fuck my ego. I don't give a fuck because I still got my ego. I don't give a fuck if a million women said I don't like Tawana. So I like Tawana. Therefore, Tawana is not bound down to be your bitch. Period. And I don't think any man's better than me, so you're not going to hurt my feelings by picking another man. I think that's the biggest problem. Motherfuckers really believe that other men are better than them. So they got to try to compete and this and that. I don't think he's better than you. You think he better? Have at it. Because when I get mine, we're going to find out who's who and who told the truth. That's how I see it. I don't know how y'all see it, but that's just how I see it. I feel like it's her loss. I don't feel like it's my loss. What am I losing? Even put it to you this way. How am I losing something when that girl don't even want me like that? She wants another guy. How am I losing? Some of y'all gonna say sex and this and that. The sex ain't gonna be good if she don't like me. The head, she probably ain't gonna give you head. The good sex and head and shit usually comes from motherfuckers that like you. So why the fuck would I try to get head and sex from a woman that does not like me when there's women that do like me that will slide on my shit for 45 minutes? This bitch won't even kiss your dick. Like Too Short said, try to get some head and the bitch kiss my dick. Why the fuck am I gonna settle for that? No. Y'all got the game twisted. I don't give a fuck she look like a model and this girl over here is a 6'7". Give me that 6 or 7 that fuck with me versus that model that don't fuck with me. Because the experience with this girl is going to be so much better, dog. She's going to treat me way better. I'm going to get way more out of that. Why the fuck would I go over here and just pour into this girl like a little ass bitch? I'm the man. I'm sorry I can't do that. I can't feel like a man if I go over there to this woman and that woman that don't want me but want another man. I can't do that, bro. I'm sorry. I'd rather go without a woman if that's the case. If that's the case, then I would rather not have a woman. If I can't have a woman that really fuck with me and want me, because I understand what it's like to deal with women from the same women, might I add. I gotta say this. I've had 3 long-term relationships and the experience with all three was two types of women. And what I say this is, what I mean is, at first I was the man that I was him at first. Then I became them. And I know the difference, the experience, I know the difference between the two with the same women. In other words, the same exact woman, but two different experiences. I was him at first, and then I became them. I know the difference. That's why I will never, ever deal with a woman who thinks I'm them and not him. Because I know the difference. You're not gonna rob me. I know what it's like to be treated by a woman that like you. So all that, I don't really got, I don't give you no money, but I want some money from you and all that. That's not gonna work over here. That works with them tricks because they don't understand. They don't know what it's like to be really desired by a woman, or they just don't love themselves. It's one or the other. Ain't no woman about to half step over this way. Not when I've seen women go all to give them their whole entire soul to me. You think I'm gonna settle for your half stepping? Cause you some Barbie? I'm a Barbie. I'm the male version, bitch. You look good, I look good. What the fuck how you better than me? You're not. And the problem is, men think they are. A good looking ass woman, oh, let me bow down like a bitch, she's better than me. She ain't better. In my opinion, when I see a good looking woman, you're not better than me. Ain't no ass kissing over this way. Cause you're not better than me. Maybe if Beyonce knows what $1 billion, I might consider it. And that's only a consideration. I might consider, you know what, this woman really on a different level than me. And I'm not saying there aren't women on other levels than me. But even then, I'm still not gonna bow down like a bitch. Can't do it, man. You a man, you can't do this shit. And these women don't respect men who are not. They gonna tell y'all that they want you to be the bitch and the simp and shit. But truth be told, they don't respect that shit. They can't respect it. Deep down inside, they do not respect when y'all giving them the world and this. She thinking in her mind, this dude doing all this, he don't even know who I am. How many other women he do this for? That's probably the biggest reason why women can't respect when men just purposely act over nice and shit. That's probably why women don't like nice guys like that. They probably talking about them type of guys, the ones that's trying to overdo shit. But a woman in her mind gonna think, I ain't even do nothing. So how the fuck he see me special and treat me special when I ain't do nothing? He must do this to any woman. It'd be no different than a man saying, damn, she give me head and sex on the first day. Either she thinks I'm him, or she doing that to other motherfuckers too. That's the thought that's gonna go through your mind. And now you're gonna be, I don't know, man, this some suspect shit. I'm not saying a woman you knew and then you went on a first date and it happened. Y'all knew each other. That's different. I'm talking about a woman you don't know. The bitch giving you head, you just met her today. You gonna think some type of way, like, I don't know, man, this don't, either I'm the shit, she really think I'm the shit, or nah, this ain't right. This ain't right. Either way though, man, I ain't gonna speak on this shit no more, bro. You can settle for less if you want to. I know what it's like to be desired by a female, you know, so I'm not settling for none of that other shit that they be running on men out here. I'm not doing it. Plus, when you love yourself, you know you can live alone. You don't have to have no female. A lot of y'all are acting like bitches, man. I'm gonna die if I don't got a woman in my phone, you stupid dummy. Well, yeah, you gonna die. Like Pac said, you gonna die. And it's probably gonna be on the inside first. A dead man walking around this motherfucker. On child support, every fucking thing. The woman treating you like shit, using the kid against you, etc., etc. All because you probably was just trying to deal with a chick that didn't really want to fuck with you like that, but you kept trying to poke at that bear, and then fuck it, you finally succeeded. The bitch finally said, fuck it, I'll fuck with him. Nobody else want me. Right? Trying to tell y'all, man. No, man. But I just feel like, don't blame women. Look at yourself as a man and understand why women are, not just looking at yourself as a man, but look at men. And you'll understand. If you look at men, you're like, I see why women are the way they are. But I'm not going to fall by that sword. I'm not going to die. Like Pac said, He didn't say that, but he said you're going to die if you don't do something about this. If you don't do something about the way these women are towards these men, you're going to die. I see the tricking. I see the men folding. I'm not going to do that. Why should I? I don't have to. You can't convince me that. See, one thing about being a good woman or man, you know that there's other good women or men, because how could there not? If you're one, there's got to be other ones. You can't be the only one. So you're not going to convince me that, well, all women are bad, so fuck it. I might as well just join the gang. Can't beat them, join them. Fuck that. I'm going to beat them without joining them. I'm going to beat the tricks without joining the tricks. And the men to bow down to women. It's too much on the line. To bow down to a woman is too much on the line. I don't have to bow down to the right woman. A woman, which y'all call sent from God. Ain't no woman sent from God doing all this shit that you see these females doing to these men out here. And that don't sound like God to me. Nah, that don't sound right now. You can't convince me that this is the woman God wants for me. It don't make sense. That just doesn't make sense to me. I gotta share the woman too, and all this behind my back. Nah, I don't think that's the woman God sent for me. I gotta text her 10,000 times before she texts once. Nah, that's nothing. Nah, that don't sound like the woman sent from God. You're going to know, because a lot of them, they play this game to try to see how much interest you got in them and shit. All this game that you see women running is because they learned it from men. Because make no mistake about it, I'm going to say about 95% of women at first wanted to be the good girl and try to love and all this high school sweetheart bullshit. Somebody broke her heart or some shit, and she got around the wrong females, and now they all play them girl, this and that, and now they all bad. They all bad. They good women turn bad. So now they doing what men done to them. They're scoring, man. But why should you suffer for something you ain't had nothing to do with? I'm not the one that played you. So either come correct or you not coming at all. Come correct, because they know how to come correct. That's another thing. Stop letting them make y'all think that you got to bring this submissiveness and act right out of them. These women will act right if they want you. They're not going to act right if they don't. If they see you as him, she'll be the best. That's any woman. It ain't no just some women got the ability to do it. No. All women have the ability to be a good woman. If she thinks you're him, she will be. If she thinks you're them, she won't be. Just like I said earlier with the 3 relationships that I had. The women, when they thought I was him, treated like a god. But once they start talking to somebody else or thinking that I'm not, thinking that I'm them instead of him, now you get a whole nother woman. Same women though. Same woman, just 2 different versions. That goes for anything. So a lot of y'all looking up books and online, why did she do this and that? Because she don't think you're him. I do not have to scratch my fucking brain. The moment I see it, oh, she don't really fuck with me like that. Either that, or she's talking to a whole bunch of men. Either way, she gone. Either she's a female player, or she don't see me as him. And I'm cool either way. Bye. I don't need to do too much, because I know what a woman acts like when she likes me. When she sees me as him. I know how they act. Either she... And the only way you won't know is if she's running game. But you'll sniff that shit out. You can tell if somebody's been genuine or just purposely trying to be nice and shit. You can see it. You can see it. But I just want y'all to understand that when a woman thinks you're special, she doesn't require you. She doesn't really put so much on you. She doesn't like, I demand you this. I demand. She doesn't have all these rules for a dude that she really thinks him. Like they say, she breaks rules for the so-called alphas and makes rules for the beta. Now, a lot of y'all get that shit confused and think that because a woman said you're an alpha or beta, that that's what that is. That's not the case. But that is the case in her eyes. So, in other words, you could be an alpha. If I feel I'm an alpha, but she feels I'm a beta, I gotta respect that opinion. I can't try to twist it, and here's $300, and I can't do that. You see me as beta, that's fine, bye. Period. Ain't no trying to convince, none of that. Why would I do that to myself? That's what men are doing because their ego. If they had a solid ego, they'd be like, I know I'm the man. I ain't gotta fuck with you. I don't care what you think. See, that's the thing. I don't care what she thinks. Unless it's something, unless she thinks highly of me. Then maybe I could care about what she thinks. If I think about that, about her vice versa. But if she thinks that you gotta pay me to talk to me and this and that, who the fuck are you? These women are gassed the fuck up all the way up here. And I don't fuck with them type of chicks. But it ain't a type of chick thing, it's how she see you thing. Remember, how she see you is the version of the type of chick you gonna get. I don't analyze it like, well, she's a woman that does this and she does this and that. I always strictly just look at how does she interact with me. Because it doesn't matter. She might interact with me, treat me like a king and treat this other guy like a peasant. Same chick. So I don't give a fuck. All I care about is how does she interact with me. And the moment that she starts acting funny or different, then you gotta go. You gotta go. It ain't no she changed and this and that. Nah, she just see you differently, and that's fine. That's fine. Nobody's out here trying to get approval of these women. See, when you don't have a fragile ego, you know, you don't have to do these things, man. A lot of people are a victim of their egos. They think it's a bad thing because everybody don't like them. Everybody's not supposed to like you, bro. Anyways, man, whatever. Just understand why women are moving the way they move, man. A lot of it has to do with men. And guess what? Men are not going to stop just fucking anybody just because. And they're not going to stop doing all the things they do. They not. So since they not going to do it, the only way you can beat these motherfuckers is to level up and become out of a level that they not in. Let them stay in the basic ass nigga level. Let them stay on that level. You level up to some other level. That way they can't even get to the women that you can get to. They have no access to them because they didn't put in the work as a man. They basic ass niggas. Let them stay down there with the 100% access women. Meaning 100% of men basically have access to them. Either you get you up. It depends. If you want one woman, then you got to make sure that you're him. No excuses. Even if you're in the 20%, you got to make sure that you're him if you want one woman. But if you want women, at least get the 20%. Meaning you're the 20% type of dude that got this going on and that going on. That's the only chance y'all got, man. I don't know what else to say to y'all, man. But, I mean, if you don't want to level up, then share the women on the bottom, the so-called bottom tier. I'm not saying they less than as women, but what I am saying is these are the type of chicks that he got a haircut and some tattoos and a car, so I'm gonna fuck. Guess what else? Guess what? A lot of men got haircuts, tattoos, and a car. So if that's all that he had to have to make her fuck, then either it could be a good thing or a bad thing. It could be because she see him as him, or that she doesn't have high standards like some of these dudes. High standards is not a bad thing. Unrealistic standards is a bad thing. But the way I see it is, if I can hold myself to the standards, then I'm allowed to demand them. But you have a lot of people who don't demand them standards from themselves, but demand it from men. Like that female, he better make this much, $100,000, $200,000, $1 million. 9 times out of 10, that chick ain't making none of that. She just look good. And she knows that men are gonna go for that. It's sick, it really is. Just cause she look good. It's sad, man. And you're not looking at the woman's decision making, her mind, none of that. Think about it. You get with a woman just cause she look good, you got millions of dollars and then you end up broke. All because you didn't study that woman's mind, see how she thinks, what decision making does she do and all this other shit. You just looked at what she looked like and you jumped on, and that's what men are doing. And on the lower surface, men are just fucking with her. She's fucking, well, I'll fuck. So you got a lot of women thinking that they can get any man they want. Because a lot of men are just fucking whoever. They don't have standards. If they had standards, they wouldn't be able to fuck any. If you had standards, you would have less women. That's why men don't want to do that shit. Because once you have standards, you're not getting a lot of women. You know why? Because a lot of women are not going to reach those standards. Just like if a woman has standards on social media of not showing her body, she's not going to get a lot of men in her inbox. Versus the one that's showing up all this and all that. Same thing. Good news is when you have standards, you get better women or men though. Yeah, they get more. They get more on that 100% surface, but you're getting better ones because you have standards, meaning only certain women are up in these percentages. Just like I said with the 20% of the men. Only certain men are going to put in that work to get to be a better man. Most men are not going to do that. That's just facts, man. Highway patrol out like a motherfucker today, boy. They cool though. I don't blame them though. I mean, if they can get a man on the yacht just by putting on some fucking makeup, I guess. But most high standard men are not dumb. They're not going for no shit like that. They usually, the women you usually see them on a yacht with, usually, not always, usually, they probably some type of criteria of type of chick, usually. And if not, then that man's just a dumbass too. He's a dummy too. Putting all that work just to throw it away on what? I don't get it, man. Sound like Will Smith to me. Sound like another Will Smith to me. Have any girl you want, but you selling for a girl that want other men. I don't understand this. I understand, okay, you love the girl and shit. But fuck that shit. I love myself too. I love myself too much to the point that I'm not about to be anybody's bitch. Not just a female, anybody's bitch. A lot of motherfuckers paying for a person to be in their life. Why the fuck I'm gonna pay you to be in my life if you're not gonna help me change my life? That don't make sense. As if you better than me. Ask yourself, would she pay for me to be in her life? And if the answer is yes, if you know the answer is yes, then maybe. But that goes back to you knowing that that woman sees you as him. It's different when you know that the woman really fuck with you. You shouldn't even be thinking about if you should do this for her or that for her. It's the ones that they fuck with everybody else, not just you. And a lot of them don't even want you, respect you. They just want your money and shit like this and that. And you're gonna see a lot of men fall by the sword, man. But if you're smart, man, and you think with your mind and not your fucking private, you're gonna make it in this world, I promise you. And if I had a son, I'd tell him the same thing. A lot of y'all, if y'all get a son, y'all want your son to go out and fuck somebody else's daughter and shit. But if it's your daughter, you want to get mad. See, I wouldn't do that. If I don't want my daughter to have sex, I don't want my son to have sex. These are the conversations I would be having if I had a son. Like focus on other shit right now. Then maybe you become John Elway, Tom Brady or something. Now you can have any woman you want. Versus the other guys that went the other way, they gonna be living in a cardboard box and ain't gonna be able to get no women. It don't make sense, and it's just night and day. Ask yourself as a man, do you want to be? I really want y'all to ask yourself as a man, because really, this is what it's gonna boil down to at the end. It might not be exactly like this, but the scenario, the scenario could pretty much be the same. Metaphorically, the scenario could be the same. Because we know that women might be on games and shit. All right, fine. They on games, whatever. Men fucked it up and made women be on games now. All right, ask yourself as a man, do you want to be with no woman on that yacht? About to go to your mansion or whatever, fuck, your house or whatever? Or do you want to be that man with no woman on child support and all this other shit? Basically in a cardboard box. Which one you want? Because the one that's ending up with the cardboard boxes shit, he giving all his worth to women that don't want him. At least the one that, yeah, he didn't get women like that, but hey, he kept his word. Which one would you want? If you had no other choice, and they was like, look, you're not gonna have a woman, but you're gonna have this yacht and this other shit, or you're gonna be on child support and all this other shit. Which one you want? That's what it's basically boiled down to in a nutshell. Just on different levels and different type of situations. But basically, that's what it is. A lot of men out here, they get a lot of money, man. But you don't see it. It's gone. They done tricked it off everywhere. Or they didn't have kids by people they shouldn't have kids by. Now they stuck on child support and all this other shit. Dead on the inside because this girl's making his life a living hell. Got other dudes around his kid and shit that she don't know or whatever the case. Some of them even in jail. Some of them are dead because they dealt with the wrong chick. Motherfucker want to kill himself. Don't want to do nothing else in life. All because some woman broke his heart and shit. Picking the wrong chicks. But I don't blame them. I blame the men. I got to blame the men first. We the leaders. And you have to blame the leaders first, brother. Before you look at the women this, the women that. The women are going to do what they want to do. You can't stop these women from doing things. They're going to hop on Facebook and open their shit and 100 men going to be in their inbox every fucking day. That's not stopping because men are going to talk to women just to fuck. It has nothing to do with this woman being great, so it's not going to fucking stop. But a lot of women are only going to talk to you if you're doing something great. That's why 6-to-1 ratio, right? And 6-to-1 ratio, and you're probably on a higher level than her, and she still got more options than you. Still. That's why. Because women actually hold us to standards. Not all of them. Some women date bums like dummies, but most women have standards for men. So you need to have standards for them. I don't care, man. Look, I don't care, man. I wanted to smash her bad, but you know what? She don't really like me like that, or she trying to make me buy her, and then, nah, I'm good. See, the private part head was saying, man, I want that chick, right? But my mind, like, she ain't trying to fuck with me like that. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's not really a loss. A lot of men think it's a loss, so let me start tricking. Let me start tricking. Her pussy gonna feel so much better because I like her. Man, her pussy probably trash and you doing all that circus clown shit for nothing. Just because you like a girl, because she look good on me, her sex gonna be good. So if you're doing all that just for the sex, you a stupid motherfucker. I feel like the sex better when a woman desire you by default. Because you know some people say her pussy better than this one, whatever the case, whatever. By default, I still feel if a woman desires me, 9 times out of 10, her sex is going to be better than the woman that doesn't. That's just the way I see it. Who want to be fucking some woman to just stand there, not doing nothing, type shit? I don't see how y'all doing it, man. I got to pay you to fuck. I can't do it. You know how much of a bitch I would feel and how much robbed I would feel and how much I would feel like, damn, I pretty much basically just raped this chick. I hate to even say the word like rape, but that's what it is. If you really think about it, this girl don't want you. She need a light bill due, so you giving her money to fuck. I'm sorry, that's rape to me. I mean, I don't know no other way to put it. So y'all call it prostitution, but if you really think about it, think about it. But I love it though, because you know why? Most men gonna fall by the sword. And I love it because when you, as a man, you self-approving, you know that there's only so many dudes in the world like you, dog. The higher you get, the rarer you're gonna become. So the choice is you, man. I'm about to get up off here. You can keep becoming rare and keep moving up, or you can stay with that 100% and get the women that let you smash just because you had some tattoos on you or some shit, and share them. You know what I mean? Choice on you. You want to share women all your life and deal with women that everybody can have access to, then that's on you, bro. That's on you. But I only see it two other ways. Either I gotta be him, that 1%, that means that one woman, only one man can have, and that's me. Or I gotta be in that 20% club. That most men you can't get access to a chick like this unless you level the fuck up. You gotta put in work to get women like this. You go over there, you stay down there. I'm gonna keep my work to myself and keep building myself up. Either for that woman to see me as him, or that 20% of chicks that y'all not getting, that you seen on Jay-Z's Big Pimpin'. Hey, I'm not here to tell y'all nothing. You do what you want to do. You do what you want to do, bro. I'd advise y'all, though, to only fuck with women that desire y'all, man. The experience is better, man. If you said a 7 versus to me a 7 is a model. That's just my opinion. But I know y'all different. Y'all not me. So I mean, every man's not the same. But to me, if a woman is a so-called, what y'all call a 7, to me that is a model to me. Because I don't care about looks that much. But some of y'all do. Right? Some of y'all do. So if you really want that model that y'all want so damn bad, you're going to have some self-respect, man. She's not going to... It's so easy for them to get men. You're going to have to stand out. And the only way to do that is to have some self-respect. Stop trying to lead with your wallet. Try to present yourself to this chick as yourself. Because that's the only way that you're going to stand out from any other man. Even if you're in the 20%, you still got men who got yachts and shit. So the only way to stand out from all men is to be yourself when you present yourself to a chick. If she don't like it, fuck her. That is the only way. All this other shit, muscles, car, blah, blah, blah. Everybody got that shit, right? But everybody's not you. Nobody's you. There's only one you. And that's why I like women who like me. Because I know that she's not going to find another me. You get what I'm saying? If I fuck with women who think I'm him, they're not getting another me. So they're more than likely they're going to act right and cooperate and give you the type of treatment you deserve from a female. But if you lead with your wallet, guess what? Everybody else leading with your wallet too. So get everybody else treatment, right? You think it's about sex? Guess what? Get everybody else treatment, because everybody else got sex too. Only one thing everybody don't got, and that's you. That's who you are. Stop being scared to be yourself. Stop letting these women make you think that something's wrong with you and you gotta be someone else to be with them and all this other shit. Fuck that shit. You gotta accept her for who she is, but she can't accept you for who you are? Fuck that shit. Who the fuck does she think she is? Somebody done gassed their heads all the way the fuck up. Well, guess what? Like Wayne said, I see you, girl, with your bossy ass, but me, I call shots like off the glass, because he knows his worth. Yeah, you a bossy chick. Yeah, go ahead, boss them around. You ain't bossing me around. But, men that say, well, you gonna lose some pussy. Twan, you ain't gonna get no girl. I ain't gonna lose shit. You gonna lose some shit. You gonna lose the pussy, and you're gonna lose a lot of other shit. Okay, I lost the pussy, right? Okay, cool. You lost all kind of shit. You're going to lose the pussy in the end. You're going to lose money in the end. You're going to lose peace in the end. You might even lose your life in the end. I'll pass. You can have that pussy. Everybody else fucking it anyway. I got to share it anyway. Nah, you good. Fuck am I losing? Nothing. You're not losing nothing. When you're okay with a woman not fucking with you, or not, when you're okay with not being her bitch, you ain't losing nothing. Y'all got the game twisted. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man.